What's up, friends? I am U.S. Army veteran Christopher Chaos, and in this video I'm giving the real basic version of U.S. Army rank. A while back I did a video on enlisted rank, warrant officer rank, and officer rank, and in those videos I explained more in depth what it takes to get promoted a little bit and some of the job positions that go along with that rank. So if you want to know more, then make sure to check out those videos. I'll leave links down in the description. But this video is simply just the ranks from the bottom all the way to top and what they look like. The real down and dirty, simple version of U.S. Army ranks. So with that being said, let's dive right into it. Starting off from the bottom, that means we gotta start at the enlisted ranks. So at the very bottom, you have the pay grade of an E1, which is a private. Now this rank doesn't have an insignia, so it's usually blank wherever they're wearing it, usually on the chest, if they're in dress uniforms on the sleeves, and it doesn't have an insignia. That's just how it goes for the very bottom of the totem pole. Moving up from there, you do now get a symbol, and you're still called a private, but now it's the pay grade of an E2. That's what the symbol looks like. Moving up in rank to an E3 pay grade, you have a private first class, also commonly known as a PFC. Next up, you have the pay grade of an E4, but they have two ranks associated with an E4. One being the more common one, looks like this, and that is a specialist. Now additionally, in the E4, you can have a corporal, looks like that. That one's usually more reserved for leadership positions, but still the same pay grade of an E4. Now if you're an old timer and you're expecting things like Spec 5 and Spec 6 to follow, those no longer exist in the United States Army. Because next up we have the E5, which is your non-commissioned officer, and that is a sergeant. That is followed up by your E6, which is a staff sergeant. Next up is the E7, and that is a sergeant first class. Next up you have your E8, and it also has two ranks that are associated with that pay grade. One of those being a master sergeant, and the other one being a first sergeant. Next up you have an E9, which has three ranks that is associated with an E9. That being a sergeant major, and then a command sergeant major, and then you have sergeant major of the Army. Now there's been debate, some people saying that it's an E10, it's not, it's still an E9. I guess technically it's an E9S, but let's not complicate things. Sergeant major of the Army is the highest enlisted rank, and there can only be one. Next we move into the warrant officers. Now technically a warrant officer does outrank everybody that I just talked about, but you're not going to see a warrant officer bossing around a sergeant major. Starting off the warrant officer rank is the W01, there's a warrant officer. Now moving up, we just add some dots, and we have two dots now, and that is a CW2, Chief Warrant Officer 2. From there we go to a CW3, Chief Warrant Officer 3, and then to a CW4, Chief Warrant Officer 4. Now the rank insignia does change for a CW5, which is a Chief Warrant Officer 5. Alright, so now we're moving into the officer ranks. Starting off at the very bottom, you have an O1, which is a second lieutenant. Moving on from there, we have an O2, which is a first lieutenant. From there we go to O3, which is a captain. And then an O4, which is your major. O5 is a lieutenant colonel. And then your O6 is a colonel, sometimes also called a full bird. Now we start moving into the generals and the officers. As an O7 is a brigadier general, or sometimes referred to as a one-star general. O8 is a major general, or two-star general. O9, we now have 3 stars, and that is a lieutenant general. And your O10 is simply called a general. Now you have 4 stars. Now you can debate about it in the comments all you want, but technically next up is a 5-star general, and that's kind of reserved for very special occasions. Usually during wartime, and there hasn't been one for a long time. The last one was General Bradley. And then there is one more kind of above that, but there's only ever been 2 people at that rank, and I actually made a mistake in the actual officer video that I created, and I said that George Washington was a 5-star general when actually he was the 6-star general, and it's only really him and General Pershing that are the only ones that have ever been a 6-star general. So there you go, hopefully that satisfies your curiosity of just wanting to know the real basics of some of the Army ranks. If you do want more, then make sure to check out the links down below, as I have other videos that explain a lot more in depth as far as rank, how they get promoted, what responsibilities come along with it, and a lot of other little facts here and there that may help your curiosity out if you want to know more details than simply what rank comes next and what it looks like. If you liked the video and it helped you out, make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you want to check out some of my other content, I got a couple of suggestions over there that may help entertain you. If that's not enough though, and you want to check out more, maybe check out some of my content over there by subscribing to the channel. I'm Christopher Chaos, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya.